Now once you do that, you want to make sure that your connection right here between the case cover and the actual right case is nice and clean so you don't get any dirt down in there. So all right in here, along the back as well, down below. You're going to want a whole bunch of paper towels for this too, so I can guarantee that there is still some lingering oil right in the bottom of the case. Now, all these screws are 8mm. They should be anyway. There's one here, top one right there, that guy right there, this guy, one on the left, this guy right here, that guy, not this guy, I want that guy right there, that one right there, that one right there, that one, and then it repeats itself. Those should all be 8mm screws. Now you just want to go ahead and just take them out. Once you guys have done that, you can just go ahead and use a rubber mallet like this. Just tap gently around the case and get it to separate. Just like so. Pop right off. There you go, there's your clutch. Okay, now before we start tearing into the clutch and everything, I'll say that this guy right here, service manual, should become your Bible at this point in time. Everything you need to know, especially with all your internals and whatnot, can be found in this, and it is extremely helpful if it's your first time doing something like this. I mean, yes, video's here to show you how to do things, but this guy should be your main go-to for working on your bike. Now what I'm going to do here is just bust torque on this bolt right here. It's on the crankshaft main gear. Now, you guys don't have to do this, but I do plan on splitting the cases and taking out the crank, and this must be done in order to get the crank out. Now to hold hold this, keep it from spinning like so, just use a dime, penny will work. There is a specific tool for this that I don't have, but that's another option if you want to spend money like that. Just go ahead. Just like that. Obviously, if you're using a coin for this, it's going to be pretty gummed up, as you can tell. So, use a penny. Don't waste a nickel or a dime or a quarter. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is pull off the pressure plate. Now the 6 bolts should be a 10mm socket. I'll hold this, keep it from moving, like as it will try to do right here. Go ahead, use your screwed up penny, nickel, whatever. Stick it right in between the crankshaft gear and the basket gear. Should hold it right in place, just like so. Then you can go ahead, just break the torque on all 6 bolts, and it should just come right out. Now with those out, you can just go ahead and pull off the pressure plate. Now you have access to clutch plates, your fiber plates. Also have access to your push rod and little ball bearing that's inside of it. Now you want to make sure you do not lose this little ball bearing. That little guy right there. Now to pull up the push rod, go ahead and just pull on the clutch. Should just push out. Should push out. And you'll be able to pull it out just like so. Here's your clutch push rod. Alright, so I went ahead and busted the torque on the nut right here. It's a 1 1/16, I believe. Yep, 1 1/16. Socket. You want to use an impact for this. There's no way you're going to be able to get it off with a regular 1/2" wrench. As if the previous owner torqued it to the right specs. I'm not going to tell you how I did it. It's kind of the not correct way of doing it. There is a tool that you guys can that's available. It goes right in between this out, right in between here and right here, and it keeps the inner hub from moving. So use that tool for sure. I'm just going to go ahead and take off this nut, and there should be a crush washer right behind it. Definitely want to replace this if you're taking the clutch out. Then there's another washer right there. Then out comes the clutch back or the inner clutch I should say. And there's a bushing between the inner hub and the outer clutch. So goes right there like that. Sits just like that in the hub. You should be able to pull the outer hub just straight out. Need to convince it a little bit, but it should come right out. Yep. So there's your inner hub. Of course, once you get this out, you want to inspect it for some notching. You guys can see it right there. Might be more visible on that side if you guys can see it. Now this clutch is, or this outer hub isn't too bad, so I should just be able to file it down a little bit and run it for next season. Now behind the outer hub is some needle bearings right here, and another bushing right there. Alright, so my camera died right after that last clip you guys just saw. So 2 hours later, it's all charged and ready to go again. So next thing we're going to do is take off the starter spindle assembly. All it is a spring right there, if you guys can see it. Should just pop right out. Turn it counterclockwise and pull it right on out. Now on the back, there's a spring, so keep in mind that that's there. Then there's this ratcheting assembly. The leg can show it. Take it apart. Just like that. Now it should line up in a certain way. There's 2 dots. They're supposed to line up. I'd show you, but the camera quality isn't all that great. So there it is. Now you can also get to your idler gear, which is right here. Just pull it right off. It's that easy. There it is. Well, of course, you want to check it for abnormal wear and whatnot. Then right here is a bushing, so it goes right inside the gear like that. Turn around, bushing is in the back, goes right back on the spindle right there. Now, if you want, you can also take off your crankshaft gear. Assuming you already busted off the torque, you can just go ahead and unscrew it. Now if you didn't bust the torque off well enough on the main shaft gear, you can go ahead and put your outer clutch basket right back on the spindle. Go ahead and put your screwed up dime or penny, whatever you used, right back in between the two. Well, you guys can see it. You can just go ahead and loosen her up. She should come right out. Just like that. Now it's the bolt, and the washer right there. It's a 14mm. Now go ahead, turn it so your coin's not causing you any problems. It should just slide right off your crankshaft, just like so. There it is. Now there is no bushing between the two. It's just this gear and then your right crank seal. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is just take out the shift shaft, which is this guy right here. Now what it does is it starts here, goes all the way through your case. comes out right where your gear shifter connects to. This will focus in. So in order to pull that out, you have to take off your gear shifter, and it should just pull straight out, as you will see in a second. Alright, I went ahead and took off the gear shifter, as you guys can see right here. Now this thing should just pull right out, nice and smooth, just like so. And there it is. There's also a washer. Didn't come out with it. Here it is. Goes right on the shaft and right there in front of the spring. So when you put it back in like that, there should be washer, spring that connects, or overlaps I should say, on the shaft like so. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is take off this guide plate right here. It's 3 10mm bolts. Should just come right out. They also hold the main shaft bearing in place too. So if you want to replace that, this has to come off. And when I pull this off, it's also going to take off as part of the shift drum right here. Watch closely. Or it should anyway. Yep, here it goes. That pop you heard was springs. Hopefully. 1 second. If you can see it in there, these two guys right here, those are the springs that you heard go pop. Now you want to make sure that you don't lose those, because they are extremely tiny, and I can guarantee if you do let one go flying, you'll never find it again. Okay, now I'm going to take off the stopper arm, which is this guy right here. You guys can see it. I want to take off this bolt. It's a 10mm bolt. Now there is a spring holding this in place, so you want to be as careful as you can once you pull this guy out. Hopefully I'm not blocking the light too much and you guys can still see. So here you go, there's your 10mm screw. If it focuses. There we go. And this guy should just come right on out. Should come out. Now once you pull that guy off, you should be able to break the torque on this nut inside of here. Say a 12mm nut. Should just hold itself in place when you go to unscrew it. I've already done so. Should just come right out. And there it is. This guy will just pop right off, like so. Now there is a little pin right there. Hopefully you guys can see. I'll try to zoom in on it. So that thing right there. That's on the back of the shift drum. You really want to make sure that you do not lose that. It's like those springs I showed you earlier. If you let that thing fly, it's never coming back again. I won't even send you a letter either. I can promise you that. Alright, that'll be it for this episode. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully. Next time, I don't know what we're going to do next time. We might take that guy off. Maybe. We'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you when I see you.